Hey, Shawn, so I know you have this passion for this crazy sport. What is it called?
Sport. Oh!
Hi everyone, this is Michael Reardon. We're here to talk about crew travel in and amongst the challenges of COVID. So I'm here with a long old friend, Shawn O'Brien, who lives and breathes this on a day-to-day basis at a company called GMT, Global Marine Travel. And Shawn, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and how long you've been doing this, and tell us a little bit about GMT and their business and mission.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us over, Michael.
Absolutely.
Izzy, we really appreciate it. I'm here with Julia, our marketing manager. You know, it's funny. I started out in travel when I lived in Texas. And it was one of those, I'll just do this until I figure out what I want to be when I grow up. And yet here it is, 40 odd years later. But it's been really cool. And I evolved into organizations that were maritime related. You know, started out doing drilling rig crew changes on the platforms and things like that, North Sea. Moved over to Florida to open an office for a former company I worked for, and found out about this thing called yachts. Mm-hmm. And I was fortunate enough to meet up with Tim Davey, who was a former cruise line guy with Cunard, started Global Marine Travel on a houseboat by Bradford Marine with one other person. And the rest, as they say, is history.
How long has the company been in business?
I believe it was 2008 when it was originally founded.
Okay.
So it's been a while. And we've got the commercial side, we've got a cruise line sector, and then we've got the big white pretty boats, which is what I got stuck with.
Right.
And it's been amazing. It's a job that I love, and the fact that it's a marriage between the aviation and maritime, where there's so much synergy and interplay and dependency and reliance on each other, that it just really keeps me very interested and motivated.
Cool. Okay, so there's a little bit about the company, you. So now in March, I guess, of this year, this thing called COVID hits.
What?
And at first, everything's just stopped, I guess. But tell us about that, and tell us about the challenges that you're facing now, and maybe a story or two.
Yeah, it's been obviously a pretty wild ride. So 3rd of March, the president comes out with the original travel restrictions order, and we came in on that Monday, and basically we had gotten just inundated with ticket refund requests. So obviously, you know, flights had been canceled. People just weren't comfortable with traveling at that point. Weren't really sure of the rules and if there was exemptions or things like that. It was a few days after that CBP came out with their bulletin of exceptions, which seafarers were included under. So that kind of created that window that we were looking for. And I got to tell you, we've been issuing tickets every single day, even since the order was originally issued.
Wow. So as we meet today in September, the countries that are sort of closed right now and are South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Canada.
Canada is tightened down. They still have the border restrictions between the U.S. and Canada. So yeah, I would say that one's pretty tight as well.
Those hubs, as it affects crew travel, pretty dramatic?
Yeah, I mean, it's really changed a lot of the yacht operations, I think, for the captains and the management and so forth. You know, I think people are not as, they want to find a way to work with people maybe a little bit more than just releasing them, firing, and then they're trying to repatriate people where there's no flights, or you know, there's countries like South America where it's like, you know what, we know you're one of us, but we don't even want you coming back. We don't even want you to try.
Wow.
So borders are still, you know, in that state. So it's been really, really interesting. We've had to make do with finding commercial flights where they're offered. We work a lot with Qatar and Emirates, a couple other airlines that run repatriation flights. And we use them whenever we can. Most of the time, they require a lot more information than just the usual, here's my passport, here's my credit card, you know, give me the ticket. You know, they want to know where your home is, how long you've resided there, and different things like that. And we just try to get creative. You know, Bahamas is a real seesaw right now, and we use a couple of the seaplane operators, local FBOs.
Wow.
That are really helpful. Okay. So they'll fly into Miami, they do the clearance and everything there, get them over to the airport or land at the airport. They're amphibious, but they've got wheel capability as well.
Yeah.
So
very interesting.
So it's really, you know, you hit it earlier. It's like you really have to get creative. You can't just sit there and like wait for things to get all better again. Because it's going to be, you know, a pretty long road.
So thanks for today and helping us. And if anyone wants to be in touch, what should they do?
Yeah, please just look us up. We're on the web, flygmt.com. That's flygmt, like give me my ticket.com.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more.
Cheers.